allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Welcome to the August 20th, 2018 Bryan City Council meeting. First on the agenda tonight, we have the approval of the minutes from the August 6th and the August 7th joint special meeting with BPA for approval. Council?
So move.
Second.
John?
Yep.
Lynn?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes. Next on the agenda is hearing of public concerns. Having none, we will move on. Next is the clerk treasurer's report. Pat, would you please?
Council's been presented with the clerk treasurer's report for the month ending July 31st, 2018.
Council?
I move that we approve.
I'll second.
Rick?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes. Next on the agenda is an ordinance. Pat, would you please number and read?
Ordinance number 30, 2018, an ordinance approving the editing and inclusion of certain ordinances as parts of the various component codes of the codified ordinances of the City of Bryan, State of Ohio, and conforming traffic and general offenses code provisions to state law changes.
Rhonda?
This is just the annual update that we do every year through my office to our Bryan Municipal Code, and as you can see, there was just a few changes, just really to keep it in line with the similar statutory provisions under the Ohio Revised Code, just a few in the traffic code and the general offenses code, so no big changes. Just ask that you approve.
I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
Lynn?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
I'll move to adopt. Second.
John?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is a resolution. Pat, would you please number and read?
This is resolution number 21, 2018. A resolution authorizing the sale of a vehicle that has been retired from public service and authorizing the mayor to receive sealed bids.
Patrick recently got a new vehicle, so we would like to go ahead and see what we can get out of his old vehicle.
Do we do that ourselves, or do we do that through like an online auction type of?
I believe it's just, they submit bids to...
Directly to us? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the actual miles?
What's that?
50,000?
Yep.
But I don't think it's ever left the city limits, has it?
Wasion to pick up that, that'd be about it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's not used much, right?
It's actually used a lot, it just doesn't go very many miles when it is.
It's worn out body-wise
Yeah.
versus mileage-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can identify with that.
We had some safety concerns.
So can some others out there.
I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
Rick?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes. Next is another resolution. Pat?
Resolution 22, 2018, a resolution authorizing the clerk treasurer to advertise for bids for the project known as the 2018 Detention Basin Enlargement for Bryan Industrial and Commercial Complex.
This will be out in the industrial park right off of Industrial Drive, kind of where Windsor Drive tees in. When we added on to the park with Windsor Drive, we started having backup problems there stormwater wise. The current basin's not sized, so we need to expand that and get it bigger. Currently, Allied does have problems during heavy rain events, so this will help ease that situation.
What's your timing for this project?
That I don't know. Bell Engineering did the plans. I think he wanted to get it bid this year and probably start next year.
Okay.
Did you have any engineering estimate as far as cost or anything?
Bryan was figuring probably between 400 to 500,000.
Okay.
Is this creating some damage then, or has, or?
They aren't able to get their trucks in their dock on heavy rains to get their product
Okay.
in.
So we've tried several things in that area, and they're still having problems.
Okay.
So
And the other thing, for those of you that were on council when we talked about the geese issue the last time, we did reach out to the airport to let them know and make sure they were okay with it, and they were, because it's a detention basin versus a retention. So the water will just be held there until it can flow into the creek. It won't stay.
I can move to suspend.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
I'll move to adopt.
I'll second.
Lynn?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you. Next is another resolution, Pat.
This is resolution number 23, 2018, strongly urging the Ohio Governor and members of the Ohio General Assembly to invest the state budget surplus in municipalities.
Yes, this was actually sent to me last week by the Ohio Mayors Association through Ohio Municipal League, requesting that we ask Governor Kasich to potentially give the budget surplus back to the municipalities and villages. We feel that while he's done a great job reducing the deficit and actually eliminating it and adding the surplus, it's come on the backs of a lot of municipalities and villages. We, in the last final years of estate tax, used to collect $262,000 annually. In 2008, we were given $531,000 in local government funds. And then also in 2007, when we lost that, or 17, I apologize, we had $226,000 in local government funds that was given back. So we lose about $500,000 on average a year from those cuts that have been going on, and would appreciate if he would maybe send some of that back to the cities and villages.
Does the Mayor's Association have any proposed plan as to the proportion of that give back? Is that based on like population per?
Yeah, my understanding is that it would be towards population and percentage-wise that way. That's typically how they run those. I doubt that we're going to see any of this surplus. However, they have just strongly asked us to urge supporting them in this effort.
I'll move to suspend.
Second.
I'll second.
Lynn?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes. Next on the agenda is a request to hire Chief Willis.
Council, I actually have two reserved positions. The first will be for Matthew Fransdorf. I'd like to recommend Matthew Fransdorf be appointed to reserve officer status with the police department. This will be effective August 13th, 2018. Matt will maintain his peace officer certification through the police department to hold the position of school resource officer. He will be employed by the Bryan City Schools as a school resource officer. He will not be compensated by the City of Bryan in any way, and the 96-hour requirement for reserve will be waived.
I move to accept.
I'll second.
Rick?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
And counsel, the second would be for Jacob Dye. I'd like to recommend that he be appointed to reserve officer status with the Bryan Police Department effective August 27th, 2018. He will be required to complete the 96 hours of service in order to be eligible for the reserve pay.
I just have more of a question out of curiosity of the maximum amount. Is that like how much in a year, how much in a month, how much an hour, how much a day?
The 96 hours?
$1,000. It says maximum.
Yeah, the $1,000 is if they put in they have to put in 96 hours a year in order to receive the $1,000.
So if they do 92, they don't get paid anything.
No.
If they do
Yowzy.
97, they still get $1,000.
If they put in 110,
They still get $1,000.
They get the $1,000.
okay.
Will both of these officers be attending that school then in September, or October, I think it was, wasn't it?
One would be one at a time. Jacob Dye is not a school resource officer. He
Okay.
is just on our reserve.
Okay,
Tony Plotz will be attending the one in October, and then we will get Matt Fransdorf and then whoever else is appointed.
okay.
And we'll actually run those in cycles so that there's never more than one officer missing from the school for that week.
And they only have to attend that once, don't they?
Yes.
Okay.
I move to accept.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is a request to hire from the Parks and Rec Department, Mr. Dominic.
Good evening. In front of you, you should have a letter from me requesting to hire Zach North as a seasonal part-time employee for the Parks and Recreation Department. Zach is back in town, has worked for us in the past. It comes at a good time for us. We've lost all of our college kids, so it does help us out, kind of bridge the gap from now until the end of the year. So I would request that you would hire.
Move to accept.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Before we go into executive session, we'll go around the room. Chief Phyllis, do you have anything else? Water Department, zoning, Tyson, Chief Siders, EPA? No? Mr. Whalen?
Nothing.
Mr. Betts?
I dare say no.
Nothing. Ms. Leatherman? Mr. Hoopie?
Nothing tonight.
Rhonda?
No, ma'am.
Mayor? No, ma'am. Boy, that was quick, wasn't it? Okay. We are going to go into executive session for the purpose of acquisition of property, so we will take a short recess. Thank you all for coming.